As most people already know, a few weeks ago, the game platform known as Roblox was down for around 3 days, being the longest outage in the site's entire history. Because of this, the general public came up with some theories on why Roblox went down. The most common idea that people speculated was the Chipotle burrito event, which caused lots of flood servers in order to get their free burrito. However, when the outage was finally over, Roblox confirmed that it was just an internal server error. But I can confirm that the reason Roblox provided is a bunch of bullshit. Allow me to introduce myself. For the sake of my reputation, I will not reveal my name, but I am an employee at Roblox. I work on several things around the site, including coding the site and moderating items. Unfortunately, since I am a moderator, I have to ban based memes and usernames that are not appropriate for Roblox. I even cried a little when I was forced to remove a game called Escape Ronnie McNutt Obby, which actually contained gore from his death scene. Because of me being forced to remove so many base things, you may be wondering why I even work at Roblox. It's because of the pay. I make around $500,000 per year here. Now you may be wondering why I hate a job that pays so much. Well, that's because Roblox is a super woke company who pushes for anti-hate speech, and as someone who has a flaming hatred towards I have to hide my true views from them to avoid getting fired. Anyways, enough chitter chatter, onto the real reason why Roblox went down. On October 30th, me and some other staff members at Roblox were having a for one of our co-workers, who was 7 months time. It was pretty boring, as you would probably expect. A couple hours went by before it was time to hand out the gifts. The first gift that the woman received was several bottles. It really confused me because are obsessed with, and the person who handed the gift out was white. The woman didn't seem to care for them and placed them down on a table. One person at who was also a racist-based Chad, brought their son with them. His son wanted to help out with the so my Chad coworker gave him several food items for him to make a treat for all of us. A few minutes later, he was done. I made banana sandwiches for all of us, he said. That looked so disgusting, but he was only a 5-year-old white kid and I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I pretended to eat it. At that moment, I heard very loud noises coming from outside. I decided to go check it out, unknowingly bringing my banana sandwich with me. When I walked out of the room, I saw it outside the headquarters, pounding on the entrance door. Its nose and lips were so big I could notice them from a mile away. I heard it scream, "Gimme all dem banana sandwiches," and as a racist 300-pound Chad, I wanted to teach this lesson. I ran to the entrance, and when I saw who was actually at the door, I swear I almost passed out. It was George Floyd. I opened the door and yelled, "How the f*** you still alive, That doesn't matter, Maine. Belly and banana sandwiches right now," he responded. I swear to God, his breath smelled worse than elephants taking a dump zoo exhibit. George Floyd then started crying like a baby. Mama, this white acca won't let me in so I can get pics and banana sandwiches," he cried. He then started a scene and several onlookers started recording the whole incident go down. I had several blue-haired trannies call me a for being mean to a black person. As the crowd grew bigger, David Baszucki, the CEO of Roblox, found out and forced me to let George Floyd inside our headquarters. I knew the events that would follow would be catastrophic, but I didn't want to lose my job, so I had no choice but to let that inside our building. The second he got in our building, he started sprinting faster than the speed of light towards the room where the was taking place. I tried to catch up to stop him, but are simply too fast. Once he got in, he pulled down his pants and started throwing the banana sandwiches all over the place. The base Chad inside the room punched there super hard, but right after he did, George Floyd took out a pistol and shot him in the head, instantly killing him. His blood splattered everywhere, just like the Ronnie McNutt suicide video. "Ha, cracka, nobody messes with me and gets away with it, Maine," he said in a laughing voice. George Floyd then walked out of the room and into the server room, which contains all of the features that keep Roblox up and running. I followed him super quietly so he didn't notice. Unfortunately for us, the computer in the server room was left running, so George Floyd was easily able to access it. I didn't think that George Floyd would actually be able to do anything bad, since he is a who doesn't know shit about programming. However, he was actually able to figure out how to delete all of the code of Roblox, completely ruining the whole site. Tee-hee-hee, now all these white can't play Roblox and George Floyd giggled. He was about to go back to the room when I just had to sneeze everywhere. George Floyd noticed me and said, "I main get yo white out to the room." Instead of doing that, I got a shotgun out and attempted to McNut his brains out. The bullet hit him right in the head, but it didn't do any damage to his body. "Tee-hee, I am invincible, man," George Floyd said. I went back to the room knowing that if I tried to argue with him anymore, I'd probably get killed. George Floyd then held all of us hostage for the next few hours. Eventually, the social media manager got onto his phone and updated everyone on Twitter that Roblox was having issues and that we would get them figured out shortly. However, as soon as he tweeted that, he started suffocating. "I can't breathe," he said in a muffled, choking voice. "Ha, I'm stealing your," George Floyd said. Seconds later, the social media manager died from asphyxiation. I was starting to lose hope of ever being able to bring Roblox back. Several people tried to escape the headquarters, but they were also suffocated and had their air stolen by. I realized that it was do or die and that I had to think of something to take down this once and for all. He clearly can't be physically killed, so I had to affect his mind somehow. Shooting him in the head obviously didn't work, but that didn't matter because I had come up with an even funnier way to exterminate him. I went onto the BLM Telegram, which has lots of anti-white propaganda. I scrolled down a bit and found some compilation of whites getting murdered. Normally I find this cringeworthy and depressing, but knowing that George Floyd hates white people, chances are he would find it funny. Sure enough, once I showed the video to him, he laughed his ass off. The video was 2 hours long, so I had lots of time to execute my master plan. I took the remainder of the that George Floyd did not consume, which was still around 7. I mixed the contained a of fentanyl. To put it into perspective, consuming guarantees your death, so there was no way that George Floyd would survive. That's never suspected a thing while I was producing the because he was so focused laughing his ass off to the compilation of white people getting hurt. This just shows that truly mentally ill and do not care about equality one bit. After I watched him act like a for a while, nothing happened at first, but after a few minutes he started choking. "Fuck, I can't breathe," he said. 5 minutes later, he died right on the spot. Me and the remainder of the Roblox crew that survived celebrated in victory. However, we still had a shit of work to do to get Roblox back up and running. Since I know a lot about coding, I decided to completely recode Roblox. After around 40 hours of no sleep, with the help of several coworkers, we were able to restore Roblox. Our social media manager unfortunately had to lie about why Roblox went down to avoid getting insane amounts of backlash from the Jew media. Since I cannot share the truth on why Roblox went down on our official Twitter page, I am posting it here instead since I know you guys will believe me. George Floyd invading our headquarters was the real reason why Roblox was down for 3 days, not an internal server error. Let this also be a lesson to always hate on. If you can name one positive thing those subhuman apes have actually done for our society, I'll give you a free glazed donut. Before I go, and just hope that all of my fellow white racist chads can enjoy playing Roblox in the future.